My dream school is Brown.
Stanford,
Cornell,
Princeton,
Stanford.
Harvard.
Columbia.
Students are stressed about getting into top Ivy League schools because that is what they believe will lead them to become successful later in life. But that's not always the case.
There's this terrible myth out there that is just crushing us, which is only a certain tiny set of colleges and universities matter. We have tremendous proof that that's not true. You know, we call it a college arms race, you know, this sort of trying to one-up the next person, get that extra point on the GPA or the extra point on the SAT, do one more activity and so on so that I can get into the school. But that's just not the point.
Getting into colleges is a stressful situation on a good day. In the last 10 years, I would say it has become more and more stressful. Pressure both from the parents and schools in order to get into top colleges has become inordinate. And for many folks, it is only a few colleges that are acceptable as a parent that we will pay for.
We think less of ourselves if we don't get into one of those top 20 brand name schools, okay? It's just terribly misguided thinking. We have this sense of, I've gotta have the school that other people value. So when I'm wearing the sweatshirt or the t-shirt or the hat or putting that bumper sticker on my car, other people will think highly of me. And that's not the reason to choose a college.
When I was picking out my colleges, I wanted a school that was good for chemical engineering. And when I was looking at the schools, Minnesota Twin Cities was the one that really popped out. The Ivy League schools, they're not, like most of them aren't good for chemical engineering and they don't offer what I want to do.
I think students care so much about getting into top colleges because that's all they know. And there are 3,900 colleges out there. There's a college literally for everyone. Where you went to college is not who you become. And when you look at very, very, very successful people, particularly in Silicon Valley, and you match them to which college from which they graduated, you'll be surprised.
I've gone to great and not so great schools, and I can tell you a lot is actually not a function of the school. It's a function of you. It is your engagement, your confidence, sometimes your non-confidence and still going for it. It is what you put into your life.
9 CEOs out of the top 10 companies in the San Francisco Bay Area never went to a nationally ranked college.
In any school, you can do great. And by the way, there are quite a number of people that are incredibly successful in life because in the so-so school, they emerged as the cream of the crop. The lesson is, you know, many things happen very randomly in life. And it's more a question of what you do with them than that you can automatically cause them. Just by going to a great place doesn't make it great. But you may be meeting a great person by accident and suddenly, it changes everything.
Students should go to college where they feel they will succeed, not the place where others feel you will look successful.
The colleges are driving the high schools, and the high schools are driving the parents and the kids. I think the high schools need to be speaking to the colleges to say we need a broader acceptance than just grades and test scores.
Have passion for what you do. It's not a job, it's a mission. You're going to change the world, you're going to have impact, you're going to build the greatest product ever, you will provide the best service to some community. Whatever it is, do it with your heart and your mind and your full energy, and you're likely to find the pathway.
If I was to say one thing to today's graduating seniors, it would be this. You are a person of worth and of value, regardless of your GPA or your test scores or your activities and so on. Regardless of which schools you applied to, which schools you were accepted by or rejected by, or whether you go to college or not, you are a person of worth and value simply because you exist.